What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Otaku Room with me, Dom, from the Otaku Room. Alright, so the winter season of anime for 2021 has been off the chain and off the hook. It's been finger-licking good, it really has. We have got an amazing anime this season from Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation, setting ablaze the isekai genre as we know it. We have a rom-com of rom-coms. It's basically elevating the romantic comedy genre in Horimiya. We have a continuation of one of my personal favorite animes, Re:Zero and Subaru, Mr. Subaru Natsuki, coming in with the finale that just basically occurred. Yeah, go check it on our channel. We covered all of it. And we have this season's of Reincarnated as a Slime coming in and taking over our hearts, giving all emotions and all the things that have been, all the feelings that you could have. I've cried, I've laughed, it's been amazing. And then, to top it all off on the winter season, guys, we have an anime that I started off liking and ended up being crazy for and loving, and that anime is called So I'm a Spider, So What? When I originally read that title, I was like, sure, okay. When I originally saw the animation of it, like the 3D-esque animation, I was like, okay. And after watching it, I was like, okay. And this season has really been one of the best seasons of anime that I can really remember in a really long time. And it's going to basically just set up the continuation of what my expectations are. Now, with that being said, guys, the spring season of anime, it's springtime, the flowers are blooming, the cherry blossoms are falling on my head. We don't have cherry blossoms here. I should plant one. Well, regardless, the spring season of anime is just a couple of days away, with this Saturday, the 27th, being the first day of the spring season anime, with one of the best animes coming in to start off the spring season. But with that being said, guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you the 10 anime that I'm going to be watching this spring season and that I think you should be too. Alright, and coming in at number 10 on my spring anime to watch is 𝐜𝐴𝐻𝐼. So this one caught my eye pretty early on because I am quite a bit of a fairy tale fan. Now, I don't think fairy tale is the greatest thing to grace God's given earth, but I do think it was a really good anime and there was a lot that I really liked. Now, I didn't have to tell you that 𝐜𝐴𝐻𝐼 comes from the creator of Fairy Tail because it is extremely evident by the character design and the likeness that it carries over into 𝐜𝐴𝐻𝐼. If I were to tell you that the characters of Fairy Tail somehow got transported to a parallel universe and a new story began, then you would probably believe me, because that's how much likeness there is to the characters from Fairy Tail into 𝐜𝐴𝐻𝐼. But nonetheless, this still interests me quite a bit. This takes place somewhere in the crazy future, and it follows a young girl named Rebecca. What's cool about Rebecca is she's like a video creator, so she's essentially the space version of YouTube, and she visits some kind of facility and meets a young person named Grand Bell, and apparently he has special powers, and he has like a relationship with machines. She is soon going to find out that she's going to be exploring space with our young character Grand Bell, and a lot of adventures are going to be had along the way, and this one really does interest me and I hope that it's good. Alright, and coming in at number 9, have you ever wanted to talk to spirits? Yeah. Me neither, but nonetheless, number 9 comes in as Shaman King. So Shaman King looks like a really cool anime. It reminds me of the anime that I would have watched back when I was like in middle school, kind of being like that awkward 12, 13-year-old that I was. Shaman King would have definitely interested me then, and guess what? I'm still basically that same person now, so it interests me now. This is going to take place with a character named Asakura, who is a young shaman who can talk to spirits. And apparently, there is going to be a tournament that happens between shamans that only happens once every 500 years, which is pretty crazy to think that our young protagonist, who's in middle school, is going to be in a tournament. This kind of reminds me of the Yu Yu Hakusho tournaments that happened back in the day and things of that nature. So I am really excited about this. The description of the anime also talks about him facing a larger evil and a powerful man. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly where the story goes. But knowing that our young middle school friend is a shaman who can talk to spirits and he is going to enter a fighting tournament, I am interested to see where this goes, because based on the trailer, it looks freaking amazing. The one downside, it's on Netflix. Can you guys believe Netflix took it over? When are we going to actually get to see this? That is going to be the question. Coming in at number 8, we have Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagataro. And I don't think I need to tell you exactly why this anime interests me. I think this anime is going to be one of those very odd ones that is either you're going to love it or you're going to be just disgustingly just not on the same page with it at all. Who knows how I'm really gonna feel about it, but it did definitely pique my interest. Apparently this follows Nagataro, who is a freshman in high school, and she loves to tease her older classmate, which is her senpai, and apparently he puts up with it. Now obviously we know why he's putting up with it, and we're gonna be able to see on where this love story takes us. But I am interested to see on how good this anime is, and I hope that it goes in the right direction and doesn't rub people the wrong way, much like Nagataro's rubbing her senpai. One of the head demons in the demon realm really wanted a grandchild because his... Coming in at number 6, we have How Not to Summon a Demon Lord Season 2. I don't think I need to say anything more about this on why I like it. I don't care what you guys say. I thoroughly enjoyed Season 1 of How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. It is the etchiest of etchy anime, and I am here for it. I am here for the little elf girl, the little demon girl, all of it. I am excited to see on where How Not to Summon a Demon Lord Season 2 goes and how our OP demon gets down and dirty. Coming in at number 5. Coming in at number 4, we have I've been killing slimes for 300 years and I maxed out my level. When I found out about the concept of this anime, that being that this lady was working in some place in Japan and she was overworked to the point of her dying, and then she got reincarnated into an immortal witch, where then she basically just spent her whole entire life just killing slimes, so much so that she eventually just could not level up anymore, and now she's freaking OP. And this is the basically the origination or the start of her story. I was like, yeah, I am all in. Imagine not being able to die, basically being freaking immortal when you are reincarnated into another world. But imagine spending like 12 times your lifetime that you spent in your past world just killing slimes and chilling. I'm interested to see on A, how did we get there? Why did we do that for 300 years? And B, I'm excited to see on where her adventure takes her now to where basically what she was doing, it's complete. You don't need to do it anymore. So I'm really excited to check this out. I've been killing slimes for 300 years and I maxed out my level. This is not the longest title I've ever seen because the winter season had one about the boondies and the kid and the supposed kid, whatever. That was a terrible title. This is close to it, but it's not as terrible, but I'm excited to watch it, and it comes in at number 4, and you best believe that we're going to be covering here on the channel. Coming in at number 3, we have To Your Eternity. Every so often, there's an anime that I watch the trailer of, and I am immediately invested in, and I want to know more about the world, what lives in it, the story of the protagonist that they're showing us, and To Your Eternity is exactly that. We get introduced to a young man who has like a kindred relationship or has a close relationship with a wolf. and that you can see that they really become something special. And you can just see this in the trailer itself. And it seems that they're going to be going on an adventure, just how, like, basically surviving in the wilderness. And I am extremely interested on where this takes us. I'm interested to see the scenes, the adventure, where it takes us, and why are we doing this. I want to see kind of all of it, and I like wolves. So, I mean, there's that. And I'm really interested in To Your Eternity. And I don't know much more than that, but I know the trailer rocked. And I was immediately like, I want to watch more of this. And I think you guys should too. Coming in at number 2 is Tokyo Revengers. Okay, honestly, just on the name alone, I'm all in. I'm not dipping the toe, I'm jumping in that pool. This story is pretty crazy. It follows a character named Takamichi Hanaki. Okay, and I'm absolutely sure that I just butchered that name, and I know you guys are gonna just rail my face through the comment section, and that is okay. But essentially, it's this dude who was like a freelancer, apparently, when I read the description. And he essentially is like killed. Somebody pushes him in front of a moving train, and instead of being reincarnated into another area or another plane or another existence or another world, he is actually sent back in time to basically undo all of his regrets in life. He's sent back to a time to where, at least based on the trailer I've seen, he's sent back to somewhere in like the high school time frame of his life. And apparently he lost somebody very special to him back then, and he couldn't do anything for her. So he's basically getting a redo in life, not only to change himself with what he knows now, but he's also able to go back and potentially save the love of his life. And that is such an endearing story, to basically be reincarnated as yourself in the past, basically just, you know, be sent back to the past. I just think that is so endearing, and I hope that he can save the love of his life, and I hope that he can change himself for the better, knowing what he knows now. I just think it's such a really cool story, and it has like a gang vibe too, and I am so excited for this anime. This is gonna be this is probably one of the most hyped new anime of the spring season that I'm truly interested in. And coming in at number 1, guys, I alluded to this at the beginning of the video, but when I say go beyond, you say Plus Ultra, baby. That's right, My Hero Academia Season 5 is finally back! And in this season of the anime, we are getting the joint training arc, which is going to be freaking awesome. We're going to see the Class 1A and Class 1B finally clash and compete, and it is going to be so cool. I've been looking forward to Season 5 for the anime since the day that Season 4 ended. My Hero Academia is by far one of my most favorite anime of all time. If you ever check out any of our videos, we have nothing but My Hero stuff all over. I love All Might, I love Deku, I love Himiko, I love all of it. There is nothing I wanted more than Season 5, and I am so excited to see the progression and the growth of Deku even further. And I am excited to see on what Mr. Deku can discover about All for One, what he can discover about his own ability One for All, and just to see on what other quirks he has yet to discover and unfold during the joint training arc. Well, alright guys, so that has been all the anime that I am not only looking forward to, but I am for sure watching and covering right here on the channel, and I hope you guys are excited for this spring season of anime as much as I am. Winter has a lot to basically leave behind, and spring has a lot to show up for, and hopefully it can deliver. I personally think with My Hero being in the mix, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm ready. But we don't know exactly what it'll entail. And a lot of these animes, I could honestly just hate them. But really, that's what is to be told. And we will find out very soon, starting this Saturday, with the 5th season opening of My Hero Academia. And go beyond. Plus Ultra, baby. We'll catch you on the next video. Peace.